Hey guys, I bet that most of you clicking this video probably know this game, either because of this,
I gotta walk forever for this one.
or because of this video from Pyrocynical.
There was furry inflation in the recent screenshots. No, there wasn't. Oh,
Either way, as you saw in the title of this video, I will be talking about speedrunning. So, I have picked a specific mode for this video, and you may ask why some mode and not the original game. Well, two reasons. First off being that Kai and I already did a tutorial on the main game, and second, the main game takes you about 50 to 60 minutes to complete a decent run. And you don't want to run for 50 minutes to beat the world record just for this to happen to you.
We have 14 seconds to throw, it's fine. Oh no. I cannot move.
Okay, now don't get me wrong, speedrunning the main game is awesome and this community found so many awesome tricks, and I will probably do a video on that as well. Though I just want to make my point clear that there is another category which is equally as awesome but pretty much overlooked. That's why I want to talk about Doctor Mode. I don't want to get that much into the story as this would defeat the purpose of this video, though what I can say is that you play as the Doctor, which you see in the main game. But here you try to reverse travel the path Simon went on to destroy his book, which you told him to write in the first place?
I want you to write a book about how you feel.
Anyway, with the intro now complete, I still need to explain some important things about running this game before beginning the main part of this video. Mad Simon is the first thing I want to approach in this video. On our speedrun.com site we have a mod that you can install for Cry of Fear, which is called Mad Simon. It's a little tool that shows your in-game health and speed, and it helps us moderators to verify your run more easily. I recommend you download this mod and use it when you're running pretty much anything in this game. So, after starting this game up, I want you to turn off every graphic settings besides one or two. You can just about copy my settings if you want. Make sure that this setting is always off, because this breaks your game. Also, for the record, when restarting a bunch or playing this game for too long, the AI of the game will break and you pretty much have to restart the game when you notice it. Next up is movement. I will not go too deeply into explaining this for now, as this becomes much more important later on, though what I can say right now is that you never want to run out of stamina completely, cause it will slow you down immensely. Also, squeezing yourself into a wall like this will make you go a bit faster. B-hopping is the last and most important thing I want to address. You can just B-hop like you would in Half-Life, but you really don't gain speed that fast in this game. That's why we dodge jump to gain instant speed, and afterwards you can B-hop to sustain the speed. A pretty common mistake which even I made is holding W when B-hopping, which will slow you down. As soon as you B-hop you don't press W anymore and you just use A and D to strafe into the corresponding direction. So with all that in mind, we can finally begin the main part of this video.
Let's go!
I don't think I understand.
So before even spawning in, you can skip the intro, and while skipping you can already move and do a dodge jump. If you want to save a bit of extra time, you can dodge jump and b-hop directly down the stairs, although it's a bit harder. Here you have several options. You can either go down and just dodge jump across, or dodge down and b-hop your way across. I prefer just dodging down, and I think it's a bit faster as well. When going across the street here, there will be this dude who just decides to ruin your life by blocking you. After many attempts, I realized that crouching while b-hopping and being as near at the edge of the street as possible makes you avoid him consistently. And I say as near as possible, because if you go too far, this will happen. Anyway, now we are at the point where the most of us get the most resets. Why, you may ask? Well, let me show you. Okay, as you can see, I did this to myself, because I always try to shoot them open before being close enough. Reason being that it's just faster than going to it and shooting it open. I would not recommend going this far for a couple of seconds, at least if you don't want to hunt the world record. After going in and shooting him, you want to squeeze yourself in an angle like this into the wall for the significant speed boost I was talking about earlier. Always do that when you're crawling in vents like these, because it will make you go much faster. When arriving here, you can dodge forward, crouch and shoot this guy. Now you just have to navigate the right way through these vents while hugging the wall for the speed boost. You can ignore all enemies because they don't catch you. Here you can do a dodge crouch jump to get into the vent. Try to align yourself a bit vertically like I did here, because it makes it a bit easier. Now, this is a section with many enemies and we want to avoid getting damaged, because we need to carry as much health as possible until the end. First, we want to save a bit of stamina, so we go here and hug this wall. And then we do a dodge crouch jump and one extra hop. We are doing just one hop and we crouch when hopping here, because we want to save as much stamina as possible for the part that is coming up. So, we can just go past these enemies by hugging the wall. And then, this part. There are some ways to approach this. The hardest way, and presumably the fastest way, is just dodging up the stairs and b-hopping until the end. The easier way is just dodging up the stairs, then hugging the wall and then b-hop to the end. Make sure that you don't run out of stamina here. Here you can just walk in a straight line and get to the door. And then there will be a drop. Make sure that you dodge jump as soon as you hit the floor here. It's a hard timing and may need some practice, but it saves a lot of time. After getting through the door, you can just hug the wall on the right and try to smoothly move to the next door without getting stuck in here. Then behind this door there will be two enemies awaiting you, and you can just hug the wall on the left, then switch to the right, and when she approaches you can just switch lanes again and go for the door. I recommend not using any dodges or running here, because we want to save stamina for the next bit. In this part are some enemies we need to pass. First I directly dodge jump into this tunnel and hug the wall, and the moment I see them running for me I switch lanes and continue to hug the wall. If you switch lanes too early they will get you stuck, so wait for the split second where you see them running at you. After going through the tunnel and hugging the wall, you can do a dodge crouch jump and one hop and get to the ladder. Stay close to the wall here, because this guy will come and will hit you or even worse block you. By the way, it's not too bad when you take some damage in this part. As long as you don't fall under 30 health, it's fine. As soon as you are up here, you can dodge back and b-hop to the other side and get into this hole. While falling, you can already interact with the door. If you have enough stamina, you can dodge jump to the door. Otherwise, just hug the wall. This also counts for the rest of this part. Always hug the wall, and if you have a lot of stamina, you can dodge jump. When you arrive here, you need to shoot these bars open and crouch jump onto the box and jump again to get into the vent. Now comes the part where you need to pass this guy and go for the ladder. Usually we did that by trying to time our crouching to smoothly go by him and run to the ladder. Recently though, Joa found a faster way by dodge crouch jumping past him. It's a very hard and weird timing to hit, and when you fail, you get bounced into him and you lose a lot of time. If you don't really feel comfortable doing this, you can just do the crouching thing. It's not a huge difference in time save anyway. When you get up here, you can do a little mouse flick to the left or right, doesn't matter. This will allow you to crouch through without getting blocked by the hitbox, so it is a bit faster. After that, you can go to the wall on the left and b-hop your way through here like I do and to the door. Okay, now I have to be honest. In this part is a guy who scared the shit out of me my whole childhood. Yeah, exactly. Unless your name is Joa, who decided to just fight him man to man. So, as I already showed you, the saw runner will be here, and you just have to navigate the right way around here. You definitely want to save up your stamina here, because now we start to save up for the end. So, I do just one hop here, and a dodge crouch hop here, which you can do because of the ledge here, and the rest is just pretty much hugging the wall and navigating smoothly until the end. Once you're through the door, you can hug the wall while it's going up, and then b-hop to the other side. I mostly refrain myself to 3 hops, because you don't really need more and we want to save stamina. Here you can directly go to the next door. Be careful though, because when you click a bit next to the door, it will send you back into the same room sometimes. It's just a door hitbox thing you need to be aware of. Okay, now to the part which I just can't f***ing understand. There are several babies aligned in that hallway, and we want to get past them, not only so we can be fast, but also not taking in all their damage. The most consistent way I have seen is just standing still for a second as soon as you enter this room, and when you see them charging at you, you can crouch hop to the left and honestly just hope you get past them. If you somehow get past them, you can just hug the wall until you get to the door. When you enter this room, you can instantly run to the next door. And now, once again, Saw Runner. I'd like to point out that I just turned to Simon again. Anyway, you can just hug the wall here and just move to the door. Saw Runner won't catch you, and we want to save stamina, so don't run or b-hop or anything. So now comes the part where we need all the stamina that we saved the entire time. Before using it, you need to watch out, because this guy sometimes runs at you and may block or hit you, so don't go near that wall or anything. When we are past this guy, you can just use all your stamina to get to the door. Remember to not completely exhaust the stamina. Here you can go for the door and try to avoid getting hit by this baby. Then it's just hugging the wall again until you get here. And now you just have to crouch and hop onto the side of this door and jump again and reach through the ceiling to open the door above you. You can repeat that exact process again, and when you are here, you can just turn around and get to the door immediately, and here, similar to the babies before, you have to stand for a moment and then hop or run around and get to this door. And that's it. That's the entire run covered. And yes, if you haven't noticed it on my live split on this video, I am, as of making this video, the world record holder of this category. At least for now, because Riggy is on my ass. But anyway, I thought I'd make a video like this to get more people to try out this category. I also hope that you liked this video, and as I mentioned earlier in the video, I am thinking about doing more videos, not tutorials, but general videos covering things in our speedrunning community. And if you have some ideas, let me know down below. Special thanks to Kaya Knight for the inspiration to make this video, and also thanks to Joa, Luco and Shah, and the speedrunning Discord community for the motivation. Links are down below to all respective channels in our Discord server. Cheers.